Hello my dear student, today we're going to take a new lesson which is called solution. Okay, solution is homogeneous mixture. What's meant by homogeneous mixture? Homogeneous mixture meaning they can dissolve in water or soluble in water. So mixture is a homogeneous mixture in which solid break down into most basic particle that spread throughout the solid. Again, what's meant of solution? Solution is a homogeneous mixture in which the solid break down into the most basic particle that spread throughout the solid. What is the solid and what is the solvent? Solid is the example as solid like sugar, salt. Solvent is the liquid like water, alcohol, benzene. That means the solid is the substance which dissolves in the solvent. The solid is the substance in which dissolves in solvent. But the solvent means it's the substance with the solid dissolved in it. Again, solution, homogeneous mixture. What's mean of homogeneous mixture? It means that it can be dissolved in water or can be soluble in water, which consists of solid and the solvent. Solid meaning it's the substance in which dissolved in solvent. But the solvent means it's the substance which is solid dissolved in it. Solid like sugar, salt, solvent like water, alcohol, and benzene. Okay. We have solubility process. What's meant by solubility process? It means process by which solid dissolve in a solvent. What's meant of solubility process is the process by which the solid dissolve in solvent, like salt dissolve in water, like sugar dissolve in water. Okay, that's meaning the solubility process. If I want to make an equation, I can say solid plus solvent, that's the solubility process, leading to solution. Again, solid like salt, for example, solvent like water, both are dissolved in each other, making solubility process, which giving a solution. There is some substance soluble and insoluble. What's meant by soluble and what's meant by insoluble? Soluble meaning the substance dissolve in solvent, meaning dissolve in solvent, but insoluble meaning it doesn't dissolve in solvent. In other word, we can say the soluble meaning homogeneous, but this is heterogeneous. Again, insoluble, meaning doesn't dissolve in solvent, which is called heterogeneous, but the soluble, meaning the solvent dissolve in solvent, meaning homogeneous. This is called homogeneous. When I ask you what's the meaning of homogeneous, meaning soluble substance, but what's meant by heterogeneous, meaning insoluble substance. Give me an example for the soluble substance like apple juice, tea, sugary solution. On the other hand, the heterogeneous like the natural orange and the mud in water. Again, if I want to ask you what is the example of the soluble substance, you can say apple juice, tea, sugary solution, which you can dissolve in solvent, but insoluble, which is heterogeneous, like natural orange and mud in water. If I want to ask you, give reason. Why the water is considered as a general solvent? Why when I want something to dissolve, I use the water? Why? Why the water is considered as a general solvent? Water is the general solvent. That's because its ability to dissolve most material, because I can't use it to dissolve sugar in it or salt in it. So the water can be able to use to dissolve most material. That's I use water in most solvent. Now I am going to talk about the factors. What are the factors which are affecting the solubility? I have many factors which are affecting solubility. Number one, quantity, solvent, and solid, the quantity. Number two, stirring. Number three, temperature. Number four, the kind of solid. Again, now I want to know the factors affecting solubility. Number one, quantity, solvent and solid. Number two, stirring. Number three, temperature. Number four, the kind of the solid. We are going to start the quantity of solvent and solid. I have two beakers. One beaker has small amount of water and large amount of salt. On the other hand, I have the opposite side, large amount of water and a small amount of salt. And I'm going to start to stirring this A and this is B. I'm going to stir this solution, I'm going to stir this solution. What can you observe on the two experiments? Here I have less quantity of water and more quantity of salt. On the other hand, I have less quantity of salt and more quantity of water. Okay, which one will dissolve faster than the other? Of course, number B will take a short time to be dissolved. Why? Because by increase the quantity of solvent, by increase the quantity of the solvent, the solubility increase. The solubility increase. That means it will not taking more time to be dissolved. On the other hand, here the solid is more than the solvent. The solid is more than the solvent. That's meaning the solubility decrease. That means they take a more time to be dissolved. Again, if the solid more than the solvent, the solubility decrease. But if the solvent more than the solid, the solubility increase, meaning it's not taking more time. Number 2, the temperature. I have 2 beakers. One contains water and sugar, and it's in here water and sugar. But here I'm going to use the flame to heating this solution. What is your observation on the solubility? Which one will be dissolved faster? It is A and B. Of course, A will take short time to be dissolved or take it the faster more than A. Why? Because when you use the temperature, it's make the solvent dissolve with the solid faster. But here, if you use it without temperature or without heating, it will take more time. So again, if I use the temperature, okay, and increase the temperature, the dissolving solubility time decrease. The time we're going to use in this experiment, the time will be decreased. It will not taking more time. So B will not take more time, in opposite to A. So dissolving sugar is heated in heated water is faster than in cold water. Here is hot water, and here is cold water. Of course, dissolving sugar in heated water is faster than in cold water. Why? Because they increase the temperature. When I increase the temperature, it's increase the solubility process. Again, if you increase the temperature, that means you're increasing the solubility process. Number 3, stirring. We have here 2 beakers, 2 glass. Here is again water, sugar. Here is water and sugar. A and B. Here I use the spoon to stirring the solution, and here I didn't use the spoon. What is your observation? Which one will dissolve faster? Of course, B will dissolve faster than A. Why? Because the spoon, I use it to stir the solution. It will take short time to dissolve. Again, here is it's stirring, it increase the speed of the solubility process. If I use the stirring process, it increase the speed of the solubility process. Not if I didn't use the stirring. Number 4, kind of solid. Of course, if I have sodium chloride and the sodium carbonate, the time needed to dissolve sodium chloride is different than the time needed to dissolve sodium carbonate. So they are not dissolved in the same time. So again, the time which is needed to dissolve sodium chloride differ than sodium carbonate. What is the necessary factor? to decrease the solubility time. Again, what are the necessary factors to decrease the solubility time? Number 1, heating. 2, stirring. 3, grinding. 4, decrease amount of solid. 4, increase amount of solvent. Again, heating, stirring, grinding, decrease amount of solid, increase amount of solvent. Here we're going to decrease amount of salt but increase amount of water to be easy to dissolve faster. Now, my dear student, we finish our lesson today. I hope you got enjoy. See you next lesson. Bye bye.